A running back out of Lakewood High School in St. Petersburg, Florida, William Floyd led the Spartans to the only undefeated regular season in school history, 1988. 2 years later, he joined Florida State University's football team and helped them win their first national championship in 1993. He was the premier fullback of the 1994 NFL Draft and was selected with the 28th pick of the first round by the San Francisco 49ers. He had an immediate impact his rookie season, becoming the first rookie to score 3 touchdowns in a playoff game and scored a touchdown in the NFC title game, as well as in San Francisco's 49-26 victory in Super Bowl 29. His performance during his rookie year earned him the name Bar None, a name that graces his foundation. In 2008, Floyd returned to his FSU Seminoles as color analyst for radio broadcasts of FSU football games.
Have a seat. Let's chat.
All right.
It was so good running into you and getting a chance to talk to you a little bit earlier. This is my 30th career year doing this job. And I think I can speak for you to say that I love it. The NFL is the best thing going. Tell me about your love for football.
Wow. My love for football, I guess it started at about 8, 9 years old when my mom took me to the field, kicked me out of the car, and told me to go play. And I've been playing, trying to get it done ever since. But football is, it opens up so many doors for you. You get to travel, meet so many people, build lifelong friendships, win championship with guys that bond you for life. So football has definitely been the cornerstone of my life.
Tell me about draft night. We see it. I love it. You're watching the commissioner hug these kids. Tell me what that night was like for you and your family, because you're realizing a family dream.
So I was invited to New York, but I didn't want to go. I wanted to be around my family, and my whole family couldn't go. So my son, Andrew, who's now 32, oh, my bad, son. He did just have a birthday. My bad. He did just have a birthday. You're going to not want to count them years in a minute. You don't want to back up. But, having him there, my first child, had him when we were 19. My wife, Anita, and I had him when we were 19 years old. So that was my motivation. But the whole family, my mom, my sister, we were over at the house, had a little rental house that we had right before I went to the league. And we watched it on TV. I was sick too, man, because I was supposed to go at 17 to Pittsburgh. And then, it's a long day. So I go back into bed and lay down for a while. I'm sick. My mom was like, well, get out here and come watch the rest of this show or whatever. And then it seemed like as soon as I walked out there, they talked about me being maybe the 25th pick to Kansas City. That didn't happen. So I was sick again. But the greatest thing that happened to me was I got a call probably about an hour later with George Seifert on one phone. Policy on another phone, and invite me, telling me that I'm going to be a 49er and to get ready to fly out there the next morning. And, of course, everything worked out like it was supposed to, go out there rookie season, have a great, season, and playing with all these future Hall of Famers. Steve Young's in front of me, Ricky Waters in the back, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, Brett Jones, Bart Oates, Jesse Sapolo, all these. I'm just praying that I'm not the weak link, as a rookie. So it was amazing to be able to go in and learn how to be a pro with all of those guys. And it was all about winning championships.
And playing the fullback position, a position that's not so glamorized at this time, but it's such a valuable position, especially when you played. What do you think about what's become of the position now?
Well, sometimes I feel like they're going to eventually put a picture of me in a dictionary with fullback and it's going to be extinct. But, there are actually some, like I saw Louisville last week in college, college game, watched them on TV, and if they would have picked this up earlier, they probably would have won the game, but they went to a two-back offense, put a fullback in there that was about 260 pounds, 6'3", 260, and he was just pushing the linebackers out of the way. Because all the linebackers now 215, they can run across the field, but they're not, guys that can fill a hole like a 299-pound Levon Kirkland or Ken Norton Jr., those type of guys. So I think the toughness in the interior between the running backs and the linebacker isn't what it used to be, but whoever figures out they're just going to go back to dust, a cloud of dust again and just go out there and beat people up, those are going to be the ones that win about 2 championships in a row.
All right. You don't get too wound up when we talk about that. I can see that. You don't get wound up at all. I read somewhere where your family or someone called you an all-pro husband and dad. That must mean the world.
Well, it does. That's what my mom, told me. She was like, William, you make sure that you take care of them babies. I was a single, I grew up in a single-parent home. My mom, like I said, that's who took me to kick me out the car to play football, so that's how tough she was with it. But, yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been with my wife since I was 19. She doesn't always get all the credit, but she's been rolling with me for a long time.
All right.
So I got to give her some props.
Give her some props.
My big sister, man, she was like my mom. She raised me. She's 8 years older, but, that's who I remember spending a whole lot of time with. And then, of course, I got names for my kids, my son is the root. He's where I planted, my seeds on the earth. And then my daughter is my heart. The oldest daughter is the heart. And then, Jaden, that's my strength. He's up. Actually, he couldn't make it tonight. He's at Carson Newman getting his MBA, playing some ball up there. Graduated from Florida State in 3 years, but decided he wanted to go get his MBA. And then, of course, the promise, Dominique. I promised my mom that I was going to make sure that she had the best life that I could possibly provide, and, I did. And I'm trying to anyway. And I got to give props to my, my in-laws over here, my mother-in-law, Sue Malie, my brother-in-laws, Jim and Joe Timmons, his wife, Shabri, my nephew, Shanky, and then I came equipped with the grandbabies, that's William A. Floyd, 5 over there, Adeline, and then AJ, Andrew Julian had to break camp, because he would have been up here on stage with Pawpaw, so we had to get him out of here and let him go get his rest on. But yeah, it's just, that's what it's all about for me. It's all about family, trying to be, try to set the best example I can. Of course, none of us are perfect, but I just try to do the best I can, and I'm glad that my kids and family appreciate it. So, love you.
And everybody, look up Bar None. They have a great foundation. Just look that up. Our time is run out. You can tell you're a broadcaster now.
Yeah, I don't leave any space.
That little red light means nothing to you.
Where is it?
So.
I lost it.
But congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's great
Thank you all.
talking to you. William Floyd, everybody.